Morning. Welcome to a sunny Scotland. Patch says hello too. Well, he snips a lot. I would like to do a short video about receiving, and I wonder what I will receive during the creation of this video. And it's inspired by my transition from a world, and perhaps this world's transition from a world of constant push mentality. So constantly, running on adrenaline, drinking lots of coffee, hitting those deadlines, working so hard towards specific goals, sometimes set, year or years in advance, and stepping into a new world where instead of burning ourselves out, running fast towards goals and deadlines that we're not even totally sure we believe in anymore, or perhaps aren't best for our, look at that, they're not best for our health, for our well-being, for our self-love, to a world where we're able to receive. And by receiving, I'd like to give some, traditional thoughts about receiving, and then talk about some non-traditional. So first of all, receiving inspiration for new product ideas, or receiving, you could have a conversation with your customers and receive some really beautiful feedback. They might say, oh, I'd love it if your product did this, or hey John, I'd love it if you did some more dragon songs. Whatever it is that your customers suggest, you could consider. Also, those moments when you're busy running a project or any key activity in your life, and you take a moment to stop. Perhaps you're doing what I'm doing, you're walking your dog, you're out in nature, you're wandering around and you're experiencing the outside world, and you're taking time to reflect. And it's so important to reflect because it's an incredible time to receive. Just sharing some of the beautiful trees here, and of course the sunshine, yay. Other sources of receiving can be the things, your joy in your life, your hobbies. For me, running, gym, meditation, camping, camper van electronics and upgrades, and skateboarding, and just a whole range of different things. And then let's talk about some of the non-traditional things. So it was really funny when I worked in my last corporate job, and I managed, I started with one team and grew them to multiple teams, doing a blend of software development and artificial intelligence development, or at the time we called it machine learning science or applied science. And I remember this really interesting reflection, which was when I was busy planning out projects. Let's say it was a 3-month project. There was this period of time where the scientists would say, well, once we get all our data and once we know exactly the goal that we're going for, there's this window of time that we would like to be as long as possible for when we get to innovate, like try and build the best artificial intelligence models to achieve the goals that we'd set out. And a lot of work goes into that, the preparation of the data, the creation of the infrastructure to be able to support it, like all the servers and network and software and configuration and data feeds. And once you create that kind of platform or framework, you can then, as a manager, I would receive by allowing my team to, and just that word cringes me, allowing them, I was asking my team to then go and create the best artificial intelligence models that they could, and they would just, like, if we'd managed to do a good job and build like a great framework for them, and get them all the great data, great quality, the things they would innovate would just blow my mind. And that's so powerful, right? Because when you're leading a team doing this, and you're giving them the space as a leader, you're giving yourself the opportunity to receive. And it would be a period that I would try my very, very best not to like step in and micromanage. And now my life is quite different. Well, it's very different. I left that corporate job. I was in my last corporate job of 8 years at Amazon, and I was leading teams doing software engineering and artificial intelligence in recruitment across the company, across the world. And it was, from a technical perspective, it was just incredible. And to work with such talented people was just such an honor. Now that I'm run my own business, my company of one. Since May 31st, heart-centered wellness, and I do quantum energy healing, I do psychic readings and clinical reflexology and mindfulness meditation. And what I love now is that this opportunity to explore new ways of receiving. So let me talk about some of the non-conventional ways I've learned to receive. One is doing this. Like, I really love the vlogging, and you'll see I do more and more of it when I'm running when I'm driving, because I love that it allows like a lot of that energy just to come out of me, a lot of those thoughts that I've been having in an unstructured format. Like, I don't edit these videos, I think a little bit about maybe the subject I'd like to cover, or sometimes I just turn it on and just start talking and give an update, and then end up diving deep into certain topics. So here's some of the really surprising things. So for example, if I want to receive more customer orders, then do you think this universe is going to give me more customer orders if I'm working so hard, if I'm feeling tired, if I'm maxed out, if I've filled my calendar with loads of stuff, like being a busy fool? Or do you think I'm going to receive orders when I'm calm and relaxed and I'm taking care of my body and I'm feeling happy and high vibe? Well, yeah, it's definitely the latter. And one thing that really surprised me is if I'm ever feeling lack of customer orders or subscriptions or customer activity, I go and take a nap. In fact, I found that getting in my camper van, driving down to a beautiful location in nature down by the sea, at John Muir Country Park, and then going for a sleep, sometimes like a 2-hour sleep, I always wake up to new customer orders. And there's some rules behind it, right? Like, it has to be during the working day, it has to be during a time that I would usually be doing, and instead I'm focusing on receiving, and I'm focusing on showing myself that I have capacity. I'm really, what I'm doing is I'm building the capacity of myself. It's my self-love and my health. That is the total limitation of my my capacity to receive customer orders. Now, you might say, "Oh, John, that's great. So what if I just spend all my day sleeping? Will I be rich?" Well, I don't know. You could try it. I do feel like there's a framework that you need to set up to allow yourself to properly receive. So some of the building blocks in that framework include a website where people can place orders, like a clear path for you to be able to receive the money. So have a bank account, like a separate bank account or business bank account. Have some adverts, so at least people know where to go and how to find you, and then allow yourself to receive. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more on this topic on my Mindfulness Leadership podcast. And I look forward to seeing you there. Take care.